Every step you've taken up to this point carries a purpose. Every victory celebrated and every challenge faced, no matter how heavy, has uniquely shaped you, preparing you for this moment. Take a moment to look back. Can you see how paths that once seemed confusing started to make sense when you moved forward with faith? It's like a painting that reveals its beauty only when viewed from a distance. Every color, every stroke, even the ones that seemed disconnected, contributed to something greater, something that is only now beginning to unfold. The spiritual journey of the chosen ones is never linear. It's full of twists and turns, highs and lows, moments of light and periods of shadow. Yet in every twist there was a lesson, in every fall, an opportunity to rise stronger. It's a reminder that pain is not the end but a passage. Like gold that must go through fire to be refined, you have faced trials that made you more resilient, more aware, and more connected to the purpose calling you. Now you find yourself on the brink of something transformative, the final step. Don't be misled by the name. It's not an end but a transition, a bridge to a level of consciousness that once seemed distant. The final step is not just an action. It's a moment of complete alignment, where everything you've experienced meets everything you are destined to become. This step is different because it doesn't rely solely on strength or courage but on surrender. It demands that you trust fully, even without seeing the complete path ahead. It's an invitation to release fears that no longer serve you, to let go of doubts and limitations that have weighed you down for so long. It's a call to embrace the abundance that has always been reserved for you, accessible only when your heart and soul are fully open. You feel it, don't you? That slight tremor of anticipation, the subtle energy growing in the silence. It's like standing at the edge of an infinite horizon where anything is possible. The final step is not merely a physical action but a state of being. It's the moment when you stop walking with your eyes fixed on the past and start moving forward with your heart set on the purpose that has always been waiting for you. The journey so far has been essential, but what you do now will determine the next chapter. This is the point where you decide whether to trust fully in the greater plan or to keep holding on to the threads of a past that has already served its purpose. The decision is yours, but know this: everything you need to take this step is already within you. It was planted there by every experience, every lesson, every moment when you chose to keep moving forward even when it was hard. You are not alone in this journey. Every challenge you've faced has been accompanied by unseen forces, guiding, sustaining, and preparing you for this moment. And now they stand by your side again, waiting for you to choose to move forward. This is the final step before the new beginning, a portal to something greater than you imagined but that you've always known, on some level, you were destined to reach. The final step is not a blind leap into the unknown. It's an act of profound trust, a conscious surrender to what your soul has always known to be true. It doesn't demand brute strength but the courage to shed the armor the ego has built along the way. It's a moment of surrender, not as a sign of weakness, but as the highest manifestation of power and liberation. Surrendering to your purpose isn't something you do, it's something you allow. It's when you stop trying to control every detail and accept that there is a greater plan, a divine force guiding every movement, even when you can't see the next step. It's like a river flowing into the ocean. It doesn't fight the current but surrenders to its natural course, knowing its destination is already set. Taking the final step means choosing to trust the invisible. It doesn't mean eliminating fear or doubt but recognizing them without letting them hold you back. It's an act of saying, yes, I'm ready even if my hands tremble. I choose to believe that I've been prepared for this, that everything I've experienced has brought me exactly to this moment. This step requires you to overcome the barriers of the ego, that inner voice whispering that you're still not enough, that you're not ready, that you might fail. But the ego, with all its limitations, cannot comprehend the greatness of the essence you carry. It sees the fears but not the purpose. It feels the weight of the unknown but doesn't recognize the wings you've earned along the journey. When you surrender to your purpose, you also embrace your true essence, the part of you that exists beyond masks, titles, and external expectations. You remember that you are not here by accident, that there is a mission entrusted solely to you, and that taking this final step is a way to honor that trust. It's a moment when you stop resisting and start flowing, where you cease to hide and choose to shine fully. Surrender is also an act of release. It's letting go of doubts that have held you back, expectations that have limited you, and fears that have made you hesitate. It's an invitation to embrace the freedom that comes when you leave the past behind and align completely with the present. It's understanding that the control the ego seeks is an illusion and that true strength comes from connecting with the divine, which has always been guiding your steps. Picture yourself standing before a door. You feel the energy of what lies beyond. A new level of consciousness, opportunities you've always dreamed of, the fulfillment of a purpose that resonates with your soul. The key to opening this door isn't outside you. It's always been within. It's the decision to trust, to let go, to take that final step. Not because you know the path, but because you trust the journey. And when you take that step, something changes. It's as if the entire universe responds, opening pathways that once seemed impossible. You realize that surrender wasn't the end of something but the beginning of a new way of living. A way that's more aligned, more abundant, more free. It's the moment when you stop fighting against the currents and start navigating with them, knowing you're exactly where you need to be. The final step as surrender to your purpose is a call to trust completely, to align with your truest essence, and to embrace the journey with faith. It's not a conclusion, it's an initiation, a portal that takes you to a deeper level of connection, meaning, and abundance. There is a silent guide that has always been with you since the first steps of your journey. It is something you cannot see but can feel, a gentle whisper amidst the noise of the world, a soft pull on your heart when you least expect it. This is your intuition, the direct connection to the divine that leads you along paths that often defy logic but always resonate with the deepest truth of your soul. In the final step, intuition takes on an even more significant role. It points you toward the signs the universe constantly sends to reaffirm that you are on the right path. These signs can take many forms: an impossible coincidence, a conversation that arrives at just the right time, or even that inexplicable sense of knowing what to do. Ask yourself, am I listening to what my intuition is trying to tell me? Am I paying attention to the signs the universe places before me? Intuition does not shout, it whispers. To hear it, you must slow down, silence the external noise, and trust what arises in the stillness. Practices like meditation, mindfulness, or even the simple act of being present in the moment help strengthen this connection. When you create space to listen, you realize that the answers you seek are not outside of you but within. The signs from the universe are like messages sent to remind you that you are not alone, that there is a greater plan at work. They appear to validate your decisions, illuminate your next step, and sometimes redirect you when you stray. But to recognize them, you must be in tune with your intuition. A heart aligned with truth is like a compass, always pointing toward the north of your purpose. Imagine navigating a river shrouded in mist. Intuition is like the distant sound of a bell, guiding you in the right direction. It doesn't provide a detailed map but gives you the confidence to continue, step by step, until clarity emerges. And so, you move forward, not because you know exactly where the path ends, but because you trust the direction shown to you. Strengthening this connection is a daily practice. It doesn't happen all at once but is a relationship you build with yourself and the divine. Taking moments for introspection, writing down your insights, or simply asking the universe, "What do I need to know right now?" are ways to nurture this communication. When the answers come, even in subtle forms, trust them. The beauty of intuition is that it is always aligned with what is best for you, even when it goes against the desires of the ego. It doesn't promise an easy path, but it guarantees a true one. That's why, when taking the final step, trusting your intuition is an act of courage and faith. It is choosing to listen to the voice that knows your destiny, even when the world around you does not understand your choices. The signs from the universe are not coincidences. They are reminders that you are being guided. They confirm that the final step, though it may feel like a leap into the unknown, is actually a carefully prepared stage. By following these signs, you not only move forward with confidence but also align more deeply with the purpose that brought you here. Ultimately, trust that intuition and signs are gifts the universe offers to illuminate your path. They never leave you alone for a moment. Every sign, every insight, every instinct is proof that the divine walks beside you, lovingly and wisely guiding you to the destiny that has always been yours. Gratitude is an invisible force that transforms everything it touches. It is like a key that unlocks unseen doors, allowing the divine flow to move freely in your life. It is not merely a fleeting feeling but a state of being, a conscious choice to recognize blessings, even in the most challenging moments. Gratitude elevates your vibration, aligning you with the highest energies of the universe and attracting blessings you didn't even know were within your reach. The energy of gratitude is deeply transformative because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from problems to possibilities. When you practice gratitude, you're not ignoring challenges but acknowledging that something greater is at work in your life. It's like looking at a field in the middle of winter and knowing that beneath the frozen ground, seeds are being prepared to bloom. Ask yourself, am I living with gratitude even when I can't yet see the fruits of my actions? This energy is also a form of surrender. When you give thanks for what you have, even before receiving what you desire, you are demonstrating trust in the divine flow. It's like saying, I trust that everything happening in my life has a purpose, and I know I am being guided toward my highest good. This kind of gratitude creates space for more blessings to flow, as the universe responds to your energy of faith and openness. Gratitude is not only for moments of glory, it is even more powerful during times of difficulty. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well, but being grateful amid challenges is an act of spiritual courage. It is a way of telling the universe that you recognize the value of the lessons you are learning, that you see challenges as opportunities for growth, and that you trust in the greater plan unfolding. Practicing gratitude daily is a way to anchor yourself in the present and flow with the divine rhythm. Something as simple as starting your day by giving thanks for 3 things, even small ones, can completely change the energy with which you approach life. It could be the sunlight streaming through your window, the fresh morning air, or the simple fact that you are here now with the opportunity to take another step on your journey. The divine flow is like a river, always in motion, always available to you. But to access this flow, you must align with it, and gratitude is the most direct path. When you surrender to the natural rhythm of things, accepting that every phase has its time and purpose, you begin to see that there are no delays, only preparations. Gratitude allows you to trust this rhythm, knowing that everything happens exactly as it should. This practice transforms challenges into opportunities, not because it changes external circumstances immediately, but because it changes your internal perspective. Gratitude creates space for solutions, for miracles, for unexpected movements of the universe that can only occur when you are aligned with the flow. It teaches you to see beyond the obvious and find hidden blessings, even in the most difficult situations. Finally, the energy of gratitude is a reminder that you are connected to something greater. Each time you give thanks, you reaffirm this connection, strengthening the flow between you and the divine. It is like a bridge that allows the energy of abundance, love, and purpose to flow freely into your life. By living with gratitude, you not only transform your own experience but also radiate this energy into the world around you, inspiring others to do the same. Taking care of yourself is more than a practice. It is a sacred act of respect for the mission you carry and the light you share with the world. For the chosen, preserving energy is not just a necessity, it is a responsibility. Your energy is precious, and protecting it is essential for fulfilling your purpose without losing yourself along the way. Imagine your energy as a flame that illuminates not only your own path but also that of others. If you do not tend to this flame, it may begin to waver and the world will lose a unique source of light. Ask yourself, am I caring for my energy as I would for something valuable? Or am I allowing it to be drained without noticing? This moment of reflection can be the starting point for making your self-care a priority. Self-care is not selfish. It is an act of self-love that reverberates through everything you do. It begins with small acts, taking a moment to breathe deeply, prioritizing rest, nourishing your body with what it needs, and inspiring your mind. But it goes beyond that. It includes setting clear boundaries, stepping away from draining situations or people, and creating spaces where you can recharge without guilt. Protecting your spiritual energy also involves recognizing the signs of depletion before they fully manifest. Perhaps you feel an inexplicable heaviness, a sense of disconnection, or even a fatigue that cannot be relieved by sleep alone. These signs are invitations to look inward and ask, what do I need to release? Where am I investing my energy in ways that no longer serve me? Techniques such as meditation, journaling, and mindfulness are powerful tools for preserving and renewing your energy. Meditation allows you to disconnect from external chaos and reconnect with inner calm. Journaling helps release suppressed thoughts and emotions, creating space for clarity and peace. Mindfulness anchors you in the present, where your energy is strongest and least scattered. A crucial part of self-care is balancing giving and receiving. As a chosen one, you may feel a natural calling to help others and share your light without reservation. However, it is important to remember that you cannot give what you do not have. Receiving is not a sign of weakness. It is an acknowledgement that you, too, need to be nourished to continue nourishing others. Allow yourself to receive support, love, and care, whether from those around you or from the universe itself. Protecting your energy also means saying no when necessary. This can be difficult, especially for those accustomed to prioritizing the needs of others. However, every intentional no is a yes to yourself, a declaration of alignment with what truly matters. You do not need to be available for everything and everyone. Your light shines brightest when directed consciously. Self-care is a continuous process, not a goal to be achieved. It requires constant attention, adjustments, and above all, compassion for yourself. By taking care of your energy, you are not just preserving your ability to serve, you are honoring the divine that resides within you. It's a reminder that your light is sacred and deserves to be protected, nurtured, and celebrated. While the spiritual journey of the chosen ones is deeply personal, it is never undertaken entirely alone. Connection with an aligned community acts as a spiritual refuge, a place where souls gather to share light, inspiration, and mutual support. Being among others who understand the depth of the journey serves as a powerful reminder that you are never truly walking alone, even when the path feels solitary. A spiritual community is not defined by physical proximity but by energetic resonance. These are individuals who, despite their differences, share the same desire to grow, evolve, and bring more light into the world. They not only walk beside you but also hold a torch to illuminate the path when you cannot see clearly. Ask yourself, who in my life inspires me to be my most authentic self? How can I cultivate more connections like these? The strength of a spiritual community lies in its ability to offer both refuge and growth. It is a space where you can be vulnerable without fear of judgment, where your victories are celebrated, and your struggles are met with compassion. These connections are not based on perfection but authenticity. They serve as a mirror, reflecting not only who you are but also who you have the potential to become. Being part of a community is also an act of service. Just as you receive, you also give. Your light, energy, and experiences become part of the whole, enriching the group and creating a collective impact. It's a reminder that while each soul is unique, all are interconnected in a greater purpose. This exchange of energy strengthens not only individuals but also the spiritual fabric that binds everyone together. However, it is important to remember that not all connections are equal. Just as you care for your energy, you must wisely choose the communities you join. Seek those that uplift, inspire, and promote growth. Distance yourself from spaces that drain your energy, encourage competition, or do not resonate with your truth. Your presence is valuable and deserves to be shared in places that honor it. Connecting with a community also reminds you that the spiritual journey is not only about personal transformation but also collective impact. When aligned souls come together, they create a force that can change the world. It's like a network of light expanding, touching places and people that might otherwise remain in darkness. Every act of support, every word of encouragement, every shared moment contributes to this greater impact. Moreover, a spiritual community offers learning opportunities that solitude cannot provide. Through interactions with others, you are challenged to grow, to see things from new perspectives, and to expand your understanding of the divine. These interactions are not random, they are orchestrated by the universe to help you evolve. Finally, remember that true connection with a community begins with your willingness to be authentic. By sharing your light and truth, you attract those who resonate with your energy. And by connecting with these souls, you not only strengthen your journey but also contribute to creating a more aligned, loving, and illuminated world. Inspired action is not movement for movement's sake. It is the act of aligning with the energy of purpose and taking steps with clear intention and confidence. It is when you act not out of impulse but because you deeply feel that it is the right next step. Final manifestation does not occur merely because you wish or dream. It happens when you translate your intentions into actions that vibrate on the same frequency as what you want to create. Imagine the universe as a dancer waiting for your movement to begin dancing with you. Inspired action is this: an invitation to that dance, a continuous interplay between your choices and the divine flow. Ask yourself, do my actions reflect what I truly desire? Am I moving toward my purpose, or merely reacting to what happens around me? Inspired action does not require perfection, only authenticity. Often we are paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes, waiting for the right moment or ideal conditions. But the truth is, the universe responds to the clarity of intention, not the perfection of execution. Every step taken with confidence, no matter how small, carries a powerful energy that attracts what is needed for the next move. This practice requires a balance between planning and surrender. It's important to have a clear vision of what you want to manifest, but it's equally essential to remain open to the unexpected, to the surprises the universe places in your path. Things don't always unfold exactly as imagined, and that's where trust in the divine becomes vital. Allow yourself to be surprised, knowing that what comes to you is always what you need, even if it's not what you expected. Final manifestation is like a seed growing. Your intention is the planting, your inspired actions are the water and sunlight, and the universe is the fertile soil that sustains the process. But just as a plant does not grow overnight, manifestation also requires patience. Every step you take, every aligned choice you make accelerates that growth, bringing you closer to the reality you are creating. When acting, remember that excessive or forced effort is not aligned with the divine flow. True inspired action arises from a space of trust, where you do not feel the need to control every detail but are fully engaged in doing your part. It's the balance between doing what is necessary and allowing the universe to handle the rest. Picture an invisible bridge connecting where you are now to where your purpose awaits. Each inspired action you take is like a plank laid on that bridge, bringing you closer to the other side. As you move forward, even when you cannot see the final destination, the bridge builds itself beneath your feet. This is manifestation in action, a continuous process of creating, trusting, and advancing. Finally, remember that final manifestation is not just about achieving something external but about becoming the person capable of sustaining that reality. Each inspired action transforms you, shapes your energy, and aligns your being with what you wish to create. It is a process as internal as it is external, where each step reflects the spiritual journey you are walking. Trust that by acting with intention, your manifestation is unfolding perfectly. And when you finally achieve it, you will realize it is not the end but the beginning of a new cycle, a new dance with the universe full of possibilities and abundance.